Hello traders, hello rich spirits, it's me Krasimir Panayotov back with another video, this time weekly analysis on some of the most traded pairs. So let's start with the Euro USD guys and let's move later to some other more or less interesting pairs. Now what you see in front of you is the Euro USD, the daily chart, and what it's most obvious right here is this consolidation which is going for a few weeks, exactly about 10-12 weeks, and we are still not going nowhere. So in order to see some long-term targets guys, we need to get out of this range motion right here. So break above this range or below this range will give us some direction for the future market. Now what I want now to focus on guys are these support and resistance levels which I have marked. One is around 1.18680, the other is 1.17300, and the 1.16240 zone area, and of course the ultimate high, the highest support and resistance zone here. Now what we have seen last week, if we check the weekly chart, we have not so convincing bearish candle, which can say that we may break out bullish. This is my view for this pair. Now what we can see here on the daily chart is a strong push to the upside, followed by a correction nearly about 50% of the whole move. So the bullish move during the elections was corrected the previous week, and we again started going bullish on this pair. Now what is most likely to happen the next week is a retest of this daily resistance zone, where we can look for good sell signals, so the price can reach again back these lows or the previous daily resistance around the 17,300s. Or if we break above this zone, we can look for taking profits around the 1.2000 area zone, where is the ultimate high back here. This is what I'll be focusing on. Now it's interesting what will happen with the dollar and the euro next week, so it will be really nice. And I want guys you to see this new trend forming, looking pretty good. So if we see some correction to this zone, we can buy again and get again to the top. But of course, if we break lower, then we are going definitely to this loss over here. Of course, we can break even this support area and go lower. That's also possible to retest this 16,200 zone area. This one here. And that's it for Euro USD. We have different options. I still hold my bullish position until I get some profits here and on the next profit target zone. So I have two trades. One I will take profit here, and on the other I will take profit a little bit higher. Let's move to the next pair, and this is the GBP USD. Let me show you. GBP USD is right here. We can see on our beautiful chart. We are still trending up. We're going higher against the USD. But here you can see something very interesting. The weekly chart also shows some rejection to the upside. So we can see some strong bearishness the next few weeks. Or of course we can retest again this high area, we can break it and go even more bullish, because the country is in good relationship with the new President Biden. So let's see what will happen this week. Now I want to remind you to pay attention on this beautiful channel here. So whenever the price reaches back to the lower trend line, we can look for a buy opportunities and buy signals. Taking profits can be on this mini zone or on the next daily zone here. Now what price did the last hours is an interesting correction, and it will be very nice if we see some strong push to the downside, breaking this mini support area here. And if we break this area, if the price closes back here, we'll have a valid head and shoulders pattern, which can lead the price down to these previous lows here or to this daily support zone. And when this happens, we can look for the right bullish opportunities for taking the buy trades, because we have already a strong uptrend. Of course, for those who hold a buy position, they can surely take profits around the next daily zone, around 1.33 zone area. Now, this is pretty much for this pair, guys. I'm not so focused on this for the next week, so I will not trade it, but I will keep an eye on this reversal opportunity if we have the head and shoulders in play. Now it's still early to trade this pair. Now let's move to the Euro GBP and see what we have there. Now this is the daily chart, and I have marked some interesting support and resistance areas back here. Let's zoom in so we can see what we have. Last week the price broke below this important support area, so we didn't have a push higher like I have expected earlier, but we broke lower, and from here a very nice pin bar candle saying a possible reversal is happening. Unfortunately, I didn't see this, didn't do this trade, but then for those who took a buy trade, they could close here with a good profit. Now also then we have this bullish engulfing candle, which is very strong sign for a bullish strength around this zone. So what personally I expect is a pullback to the support area and only then striking higher. This is the best scenario, which if happens I may take participation with the buyers. Also, of course, it's possible this downtrend to continue and the euro to be less appreciated than the GBP. And let me see, guys, now you have to wait for a breakout above this area, because you see the trend is going down. Let's move to the 4-hour. Okay, here we have all bearish candles, so we wait for at least 50%. Maybe some people will buy around this zone. If we have a nice bull candles, we can also take a trade. So this is interesting pair to trade for this week. I personally remain bullish on it, but we never know. That's Forex. Okay, guys, let's move to the next one, and the next one is AUD USD on my list. And let's see what I have drawn here. Okay, we have this flag pattern which was broken here, and then we have some nice consolidation the last week. And here it's important to know that AUD USD moves in correlation with the gold USD. So as a big producer, Australia have a strong influence from the gold. Now on gold, I'll show you that we had a nice push the last hours of the last week to the upside, and this can continue pretty much in the next week. But on AUD USD, which was somewhere here, we have some strong rejections here. So what we can expect is a pullback to the previous support area, and then we can look for some beautiful buy signals to re-enter for some longer period. So okay guys, here I will not put so much attention. Of course this trend can just continue, so if you're holding a buy position you can just hold and wait for a break above this daily resistance. Now let's switch to the USD CAD pair and see what we have here. Okay, broken uptrend on the weekly chart. Let's see, the weekly candle is bullish, so we can see another push to the upside, but first of all we need to break this downtrend, and before that no buys I will take. Also here it's interesting guys that we have a, let me clean a little bit the chart for you and show you something. Okay, so here we have interesting formation called pennant pattern. We have these lows here, two big lows, creating this consolidation in this area, and then the price broke here the resistance. Here we have a support and resistance, and now retesting the same level of support and resistance. So from here it's very possible to continue lower, probably to the 1.28 zone area. So let's see on the 4-hour. Okay, a nice rejection. I'm sure if there are some price action traders, some of them took a trade after this sell signal. For me this is a beautiful sell signal, also this rejection here. So we can wait for another engulfing candle, bearish engulfing of course, here breaking this low area. And if we have this, we can make a trade with stop loss above these candles and take profit, as I said, around the 1.2810 zone area. Of course we can take some profits even earlier. And that's it guys. Let's see what we have next. Of course if we break above, we are going back to these highs over here or to this daily resistance around 1.35. So let's see USD CHF. What we have here is the so-called descending triangle, or how it's called. My English is not so well, but if we break above here, we can definitely look for opportunities up to this support and resistance area around 0.94400. Or if this push to the downside continues and we break this support area here, we're definitely going lower, probably to the 1.7087 zone area, and that would be beautiful. But for now we don't know. We wait for a breakout somewhere below or above this consolidation here. So wait for these guys. Now let's move to the New Zealand CAD, and as you can see here we have the same pennant pattern, which is a pattern formed by two tops. In the previous case with the USD CAD we had two lows here, right? This is the pennant pattern. It looks a little bit like a triangle pattern. Okay, let me clean a little bit the chart for you. So two lows here on the New Zealand CAD, two highs, and we have a break above again the pennant pattern. I also hold a buy trade on this pair since we broke this resistance here. Now what I personally expect is a small correction, probably to this high over here, or a little bit deeper correction to this high area or even this low zone area, and from there another push to the upside. This is what I personally expect for this market. Of course, it's possible we to just continue going up higher. If we correct this week to the downside, I'll be definitely observing these zones here. Oops, that's a little bit too big. This one zone here and this one zone here for a buy opportunities. Now we can draw a trend line and see where is the most possible to see a support for the price. Also another zone is here, so we can correct to here and then go higher. Of course, we can just break this whole structure and go to the lower daily support area. That's also possible. Okay guys, that's all for this pair. Let's move to the USD JPY. And what we can see here is a nice support area back here, which was broken. Again, retested. And I think, yeah, here we have two opportunities. If this was a fake breakout, then we're going higher. I want to show you this downtrend, how it's squeezing the price, and this trend and this support area for you. So here the options are break above or break below. If we break below this low area, then probably we will test this support here. So that's something which I would love to see on the market. And yeah, here you have some other support areas, so that would be good. But I think we are continuing bearish, guys, because if you see the weekly chart, it's there is a super strong downtrend going on the last few years, and this triangle pattern which is still in play. So, but we don't know, with this crazy coronavirus epidemic, we don't know nothing yet. Let's check the Euro JPY and see what we have here. Okay, that's a nice flag pattern, which if gets broken bullish, we can continue going up with the uptrend. If we go bearish, then we will probably test this support area back here. Let's clean the chart. As you can see, the price loves to make these channels, and you can see what a long trends we had here. Now let's see here, we had a nice downtrend in the past. I didn't trade this pair for a long time. Some channel here, no, not the best channel. Something like this, we're breaking above. So this is a probably retest of this trend which was broken, and then we're going higher. This is what my experience tells me, that this is just a flag pattern which waits to be broken bullish. But as I told you, everything can happen on Forex, and we can continue bearish to the downsides. As you can see, there is a lot of bearish strength on the market. Now let's move to the GBP JPY and see what we have here. Okay, here we have another pullback to a support area, which is right here. And from here we can also expect a bull move, because guys, this is the Fibonacci correction of about 50%. So around these three zones, the price very often continues with the trend. So if we break above these highs over here, then we will have a double bottom, and to continue definitely to this area. That's around 139.300, something like this. There we can look for profits. That's interesting pair also. I have to mark these pairs. And you can see, guys, that zone was a really strong area, a resistance area in the past, and now since it's broken, it should act as a support for the price, and we can go higher. That's what I expect for this market. Of course, we can break it and continue lower, probably to these lows over here. I'll mark this zone for you, just like this. Let's see AUD New Zealand dollar, and you can see here that we're in a strong bearish trend, but also there is some bullishness in the last moments. Let's see the weekly chart. Okay, pretty bearish, not a good chart for my personal trading strategy. We are in a strong downtrend, so if I had to trade this pair, I would wait for a pullback a little bit higher, probably to this zone right here or this high over here, and there with some nice sell signal, I'll take a sell and look for profit or on these lows or even a little bit lower. Yeah. But for now, New Zealand is a strong pair. Now let's see something else. What we have here, Euro AUD. This is looking like correction after a strong downtrend. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so from here we can continue, go back higher. If we break above this resistance, it would be nice. That was a pretty nice resistance in the past. But of course we can reach lower to these previous lows, and then from the support we can look for a bullish evidences for taking a buy trade up to these previous highs or even higher. Okay guys, this is pretty much for this pair. Let's check here, consolidation. We will not even trade this. Of course, new channel starts forming here. We can buy at the support and sell at the top. Okay, Euro CHF. Okay, here we are also breaking a downtrend. That's interesting. We had once fake breakout, and here we are going pretty bullish. Of course, not everything is clear. I would recommend you to wait for a break above this resistance area here. So if we break above here, we are going definitely to this zone right here. Earlier we can test these highs over here, and later the support and resistance area. Okay guys, let's see the US 30 chart, daily chart. Okay, we're pretty high, recovering after the pandemic, after the elections. Now here we have a room to the upside because the ultimate high was broken last week, and there is a lot of optimism on the stock market. Or of course we can have a pullback to this previous support area, or even lower for a deeper correction. That's it guys. AUD CAD near the daily resistance, even weekly resistance. That's interesting. We'll probably test this resistance here. AUD CHF, again uptrend, and a nice opportunity for the buyers. You see how the price is again at that support area. Of course, if we break lower, we can see a strong correction from here down to probably this lows area. That's around 50%. Let me show you the Fibonacci retracement. Here's the 50, here's the 61%. Okay guys, let's move to the next one. I don't want to stay anymore. Of course, if we continue bullish with this. Oh, we are near a resistance here. So yeah, we can test again this high area. Now let's see gold, guys. I know a lot of you love to trade gold because it's really attracting the way it's moved. It's really unbelievable. And what we have here after the news about the vaccine is a massive drop, which somehow should be corrected. Of course, now the price already corrected some points, like 38 maybe percent of the move. Yeah, we already reached the 38%. Now what can happen here is another retest and then break above lower to this support area back here, or we can continue with this double bottom because we broke the neckline. We have a buy opportunity here on the retest, and we can go as much as is the size of the double bottom. Now we take the size of the double bottom, we apply it after the breakout. The breakout was here, and we take profit around the next zone, which is 1909 1900s area. That's a good setup, guys. And if you can see, there was a lot of bullishness right here after we broke this neckline. There was a strong push to the upside, and this can continue next week. And I know friends trader who are also buying the gold now because it's a really cheap price after this massive sell-off, and I believe we can easily reach the 1909 zone area, or even higher, probably the 1929, 28 zone area, and we can even reach the previous resistances back here. If we break above, we can test again these highs over here. That would be magnificent if the gold continue higher. Now here we have a nice downtrend, which if gets respected, we see another strong, painful push for the buyers. We can definitely retest the 1860 zone area, 64 even area, and go lower even to the 18, 1820 and lower supports. If we go on the daily, we have a good support here. On the weekly, you can see that was a great resistance area, now turned support, and we can attract a lot of buyers here. Okay guys, that's all for this market. So let's check the NAS 100. I think that's it. Okay, 4-hour daily. We're still pretty bullish here. We had some strong rejection last week, but we're still going higher. We break here important level, and if we break next week above, we would definitely have an opportunity to retest these previous highs, or if we go bearish, we'll definitely retest the previous lows here. That's a good support area. If we break it, then we're going down, strong down. I'll mark some zones for you guys, just to be sure that we will not miss anything on this market. Good. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the support that you do for this YouTube channel, for my work on Facebook. You can always contact me and ask me about some trades, or just ask for advice, or just to share something. I'll be happy to have this connection with you. It's always big pleasure for me. If you're new to the channel, you can just click the subscribe button right now. If not, you have another opportunities. The like buttons, the share buttons. It's all up to you. Okay guys, see you in the next videos and peace.